Hey guys, so today this is gonna be a very different video from the typical one, but I wanted to, get a little bit more personal here and share some thoughts. If you're here, it's because you are probably frustrated, you feel stuck in your freelance career. Maybe you're constantly searching for clients, but the leads you get don't value your work. Maybe you're working long hours, but still don't feel financially secure, right? There's inconsistency in your business. And maybe you feel stuck, frustrated, unfulfilled because the projects that you get don't challenge you creatively. They are very repetitive. They are, things that you already know how to solve and are very tired of doing them. And maybe the instability of freelancing makes you anxious. If you're tired and you're feeling stuck and you're ready to build a profitable, fulfilling web design business, and you resonate with what I teach, the style that I have, my values, the focus that I have on specializing, on being a web designer only, and niching down, blah, 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 all the things that I talk, then make sure to click the link below and schedule a free strategy call with me. I would love to talk with you. If it's a fit for you, I would love to be able to help you with the situation. I know how it feels to not see consistent results and feel anxious, right? Feel like, where's the next client coming from? Maybe even like the thought of raising your prices scare you for that reason, right? Because you're afraid of losing the few leads that you're getting in your business. And so you end up like negotiating your prices down because the client says, you tell the client you want to charge 5K and they say, oh no, that's too much. And you ask, well, what's your budget? And they say, well, it's 2,000. And then you say, okay, let me do it for 2,000 because I need the money, right? Of course, you don't say that to the client, hopefully, but yeah, it's something that it's a reality, right? It's a reality that many of us have faced. And so I want to help you, right? Because I feel for you and I know how difficult it might get. And I have even talked with clients who, many of them, and you would be surprised how many of them are, second guessing their whole freelance business because of these reasons, right? Because they haven't really figured out how to make the business work for you or for them, sorry. So I know it's difficult and I feel for you guys. And so basically this is why I created the BONT Club, right? I created the BONT Club with intention to help people that are in a similar situation than the one I described, maybe in a similar situation than you. And, I personally struggled in my consulting business, right? I was at a similar point as I described earlier with my consulting business where I didn't know, exactly where the next client was going to come from. I had a few leads and they were getting in the door, but I was charging very low for my work and I didn't have the profit to really make it a full-time gig. So I was doing a part-time job on the side to really afford like paying all the bills and sustaining our life. Now, I want to talk a little bit about when to get help, right? If you're feeling exhausted and you're second guessing your career, right, your business, and you're maybe even thinking, maybe I should go back to a full-time job, right, to corporate, and maybe that's the reason why you went freelance, because you wanted to really avoid that, right? Avoid working for others, working a 9 to 5, building the dreams of others. But now you're here as a freelancer and you enjoy the freedom, but now you don't have the consistency and the profit and the profitability that you need to make this a sustainable thing. When is the best time to get help? Well, the best time is when you're stuck. No one succeeds alone, okay? So make sure that you get the help that you want. If the BONT Club is for you and you feel aligned, again, let's have a chat. The best time is the way you feel now, like this is the best time to get help. Think about it, right? If you go, like, I talk with many prospects who tell me like, hey Adrian, I love your program. Let me get more clients and then I'll join the BONT Club, right? Or let me solve this and then I'll join the BONT Club. And it's actually the other way around. Like if you have a fever, right? That's when you go to the doctor, right? When it hurts, that's when you go to the doctor. Of course, you probably didn't plan this, right? You probably didn't plan to get here, and you're still here, and you need help, right? Eventually, everyone needs help. The best designers in the world still need help, right? And most likely, you've been getting free help, right? Searching for ideas in YouTube, you're seeing this video right now, and you're probably like still stuck, right? And wondering like, why is that? Well, I think the main reason why you're still stuck, and I was in the same situation than you before getting help myself, and I was in a situation where I wasn't like, I was okay financially, right? I could sustain myself, my family, pay the bills, but I had this dream of building this business, and I wasn't able to scale the business to a place where I could go full time. And even though I had enough money because I was a freelance web designer and I could make money from my skills, right? I already knew how to do that. I had this dream of coaching people, of helping people with what I know, and I wasn't able to achieve it. And it wasn't until I got help that I was able to really scale the business. Why? I think it's because we all have blind spots, right? My coach, my community, right? The community I'm part of, right? And I participate and I benefit from. They help me see the things that I haven't realized, right? Every time I connect to a call, every time I ask a question, every time I jump on the community and read the comments, the wins of other people, the challenges of other people, I learn. I see things that I hadn't seen before. And so the best time to get help is when you're struggling. It's not when you have everything figured out. Don't wait until you have a lot of money and a lot of profit to invest in your business. This is the best time to invest in your business, when you're struggling, when you're second guessing your business, not when you have everything figured out. If you think you have everything figured out, right? And maybe you're in a spring season in your business, winter will come, right? And usually if you don't have systems, if you don't have a predictable way to get clients, right? Winter will come, right? Referrals will dial down. And I've seen this over and over again with the more than 300 calls I hopped in and the 300 designers I talked with, that winter comes, right? And if you don't prepare for winter, right? Ants prepare for winter, right? And so when it's spring, when it's summer, they save up for the winter. So hopefully in this winter you have saved up, from your summer and your spring, even your autumn. And hopefully in this winter you have some savings, you have some resources to get out of this situation. Now let's talk about how normal are these struggles. Like I said, it's totally normal, right? Every successful web designer has faced these challenges at some point. I used to think the answer was adding, more income streams in my business, offering templates, courses, one-on-one consulting, anything that could bring in money, right? And so instead of feeling more secure with this, I was spread thin, I was overwhelmed, and I was not making the kind of income I wanted. So that's when everything turned around and, I got help, I refined my offer, I positioned myself as an expert and built a system for getting consistent, high quality clients. And now I'm not struggling anymore with that. Like, I'm past that phase. Now I'm in a phase where I can project and plan ahead, right? And I can get ahead of the curve. And so what's a realistic plan to get out of this, right? So first off, I want you to think of getting a consistent flow of work and cash flow, right? You cannot grow if you don't have predictable income coming in. The second thing is to build a personal brand that attracts high value clients. So stop relying on marketplaces and word of mouth. Start creating demand for your work, demand for your services. Third thing is work less while scaling your rates. So instead of hiring other people and scaling horizontally, scale in prices. Once you have generated demand for your work, you will be able to stop competing for price. So you will have to say no to the wrong people. And probably it's going to be 9 out of 10 people who are not going to be willing to pay, let's say, 10K for a one month project. But if you build demand, you're going to have at least one who is going to say yes. Number 4 is learn to track and diagnose your KPIs like a CEO. So you want to know exactly what's working and what's not working so you can make data-driven decisions. No more throwing spaghetti at the wall, right? You want to make sure that you know for sure what's working and what isn't, because there's a very common trap in freelance web design, which is you don't get clients, you go into panic mode, and then you start throwing spaghetti at the wall, right? No, you want to track your metrics and learn to analyze them to make informed decisions on what needs to be fixed. Number 5 is confidently sell high-ticket services. So for example, selling at 1K, right, or up to 2K, you won't need a sales call. You can just sell with a checkout process. Now, and good copy, right? A good copy to really make it clear what the person is getting. But with, up to 2K, I would say 1 to 2K, you can get away with selling it with a checkout process. You don't need a sales call. Above 2K, you need to learn how to conduct sales calls like experts do. Not be pushy, not be needy, not come out as someone that just wants to get the money out of people, right? Like pushy, like typical pushy salesperson that you might think of, right? When I say the word sales, you don't want to do that. You want to become an expert in conducting sales calls in the Socratic method or the Socratic approach, which is basically asking good questions. Now, number 6 is get to an award-winning level in web design, because of course you want to master not just the business side but also the creative side, so you can work on the best projects and deliver the best quality and get hired again for that type of projects, right? So let's talk about finding support, right? You can try to figure this out on your own, but that usually leads to months or even years of trial and error. And I really don't want you to go through that process. I had to go through that process because when I started my career, there wasn't coaching basically. Like, you could find YouTube videos, but it was like for graphic design. It wasn't for UI UX. So there was like very few books out there and maybe some blog posts like that was, and some YouTube videos that were for super generic design in general. Nowadays, there's so many content, there's so many people willing to help, right, others with coaching, with mentoring, with teaching, right? So now you have choices, right? And I created the BONT Club because I would have loved to have someone like that had achieved the goals that I wanted to achieve and that was willing to help me. I would have loved to find that sooner, and I lost many years of my career without it, right? So I don't want you to be in that situation yourself. So by the way, right, like high ticket clients, they invest in their services, right? Maybe they are thinking of investing 10K, 30, 50K in a website. Now, are you willing to invest high ticket prices for your business, right? Because you want to work with high ticket clients, but are you doing an effort similar to what your clients or your potential clients are doing currently? Do you know how it feels to invest thousands of dollars in your business, to hire an expert in what you need help with, so that they can help you do or improve your business? Well, you want to have empathy. You want to have, apart from the help, right? But I realized that when I invested in my business, I had more empathy for people who were investing in my services. I realized how it feels. I realized the fear that we feel when we want to invest, but we're not sure what the outcome is going to be. I realized many things that I didn't realize before I had made an investment on my own business, right? Now, what type of course and what type of help do you need? I'm not saying that I'm the only one, right? There's, like I said, there's many other people, and choose the one that fits what you're looking for. But don't just spend money, right? Here's the thing: invest it and make your research and find the best solution to your specific problems, okay? And of course, you want to take what I say with a grain of salt, because I sell this type of services, right? So you want to for sure have some healthy skepticism, right, with what I'm saying, because and with what everyone else in the market is saying, right? Because I know firsthand, because I've talked with prospects and clients, many of them, right? I know there's scams. I don't want to hate on the industry, because at the same time, like for example, I've benefited a lot from my online coach. I benefited a lot from Christo, Flax Academy, right? Ran Siegel. I followed many influencers who are amazing, but there are also scams. There are also people who are just not that experienced, and they are trying to help, but they don't have that much experience. So do your research. Sometimes we think that we're very far away from our goals, and the truth is that many times we're just a few adjustments away from our goals. And it's a matter of knowing where to adjust and having the patience and the tenacity and the confidence of knowing that it's gonna work. Because many times when you do adjustments on your business, you won't see results like right away, right? So you wanna have some type of guidance, some type of mentorship, so that you know for sure that what you just changed in your business and what you just started to try out, or the thing that you have been doing maybe, will work and will work consistently. So I want to really encourage you to schedule a free strategy call. I would love to talk with you, and otherwise I hope you find the help that you're looking for, the help that you need for the goals that you have, and that you can really get to the goals that you have, right? Let's say that it's 10K a month, but it's also like having a creative, challenging career as a web designer. It is possible, right? It is possible. I helped my, many BONT Club members achieve those kinds of goals. You can check the testimonials page, but it is possible. Don't get discouraged. You don't have to quit. You just need to get help. Like the high ticket clients that you would like to work with are doing. They're getting help from experts, right? So that you can get to the place that you want. That's it for today's video. Hope you found it valuable. And as always, let's bridge the gap one pixel at a time.